Mr. Virgil Hay of Childersburg died at his residence on Monday. Funeral service will be held on Thursday at Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel. Burial in the Evergreen Cemetery, Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing. Billie Jean Lee Field was born March 3, 1934, and died Easter Sunday. She was a graduate of Sylacauga High School, and she went to work upon graduation at Craddock Field Insurance in 1952 and worked there until 2017, a total of 65 years. A graveside service for Billie Jean Lee Field will be on Friday at 11 a.m. from Evergreen Cemetery in Sylacauga. Online memorials at curtisonfh.com. Memorial contributions can be made to the Presbyterian Home for Children in Talladega. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing. Ernest Bradford, age 71, died March 31st, Community Funeral Home, Sylacauga, announcing. Paul G. Hallman, age 55, of Sylacauga, died Tuesday at his residence, Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, announcing. Mary Ann McMillan Steele of Greenville, South Carolina, died at the age of 96, March 27th. Graveside service will be held 1 o'clock Sunday at Oak Hill Cemetery in Talladega. The family suggests that memorial donations be made to the Thornwell Home and School for Children in Clinton, South Carolina. Ursary Funeral Home, Talladega, directing. Online condolences at ursaryfuneralhome.com. Chloe Morris, age 84, of Sylacauga, died Tuesday at Coosa Valley Medical Center. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, will announce the arrangements. Mr. Franklin Riddle, age 84, of Birmingham, died Tuesday at Compassus Health Hospice Care, Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing. Funeral service for Fred L. Wright Sr., age 87, of Childersburg, is Thursday at 2 p.m. from Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Childersburg Chapel, with the Reverend Paul Hickman officiating. Burial in the Green Hill Memorial Gardens. Visitation tonight, 6 until 8 at the funeral home. Mr. Wright died March 31st at his residence. Online condolences at curtisonfunerals.com. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Childersburg Chapel, directing. Funeral service for Mrs. Anna Marie Reed, age 59, is Thursday at 2 from the chapel of Radley Funeral Home in Alexander City. The Reverend Scott Jordan and Randy Anderson officiating. Burial in the Davidston Baptist Church Cemetery. The family receiving friends tonight, 5 until 8 at the funeral home. Mrs. Reed died Sunday at Russell Medical Center. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleyfuneralhome.com. Radley Funeral Home, directing. Gwendolyn Ann Fomby Smith, age 72, died April 2nd. The station will be 5 till 7 tonight at Alabama Funeral Homes and Cremation Centers. Funeral service on Thursday at 10 from Fellowship Baptist Church with Brother Clinton Branch officiating. Burial in the church cemetery. In lieu of flowers, the family respectfully requests contribution be made to the family of Gwendolyn Smith in care of Wanda Weldon for burial expenses. Alabama Funeral Homes and Cremations, directing. Funeral service for Mr. Franklin R. Hart, age 77, is today at St. John Baptist Church in Sylacauga at noon, with the Reverend Roger Holsclaw officiating. Burial in the Pine Grove Church Cemetery in Sylacauga. Online condolences at communityfuneralhome.org. Mr. Hart died March 30th at his residence in Sylacauga. Community Funeral Home, directing. Funeral service for Miss Freddie Mae Han, age 83, is today at 1 p.m. from St. Paul AME Church in Sylacauga, with the Reverend Xavier Beasley officiating. Burial in the Sylacauga Cemetery. Online condolences at communityfuneralhome.org. Community Funeral Home, directing. Funeral service for Mrs. Ruby Ann Jenkins, age 86, of Alexander City, is Saturday at 2 From the chapel of Radley Funeral Home in Alexander City, the Reverend Wayne Hicks officiating. Burial in the Hillview Memorial Park. Family receiving friends Saturday noon until 1:30 at the funeral home. Mrs. Jenkins died Easter Sunday at UAB in Birmingham. The family will accept flowers or memorial contributions can be made to the home church of Ms. Jenkins, Duncan Memorial United Methodist Church in Alexander City. Memorial messages can be sent to the family at radleyfuneralhome.com, Radley Funeral Home directing. David Crossway, age 94, of Sylacauga, died on Tuesday at Sylacauga Health and Rehab. Radley Smith Funeral Home, Sylacauga, announcing. Janice Breedlove Rich, age 54, of Sylacauga, died at Grandview Medical Center on Tuesday. Final arrangements are not yet complete. They'll be announced, however, by Radley Smith Funeral Home. This obituary report brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. 256-245-4361 for pre-need funerals, burials, or cremation since 1975. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.